Now, in a shocking incident, protesters enraged by a planned Quran burning in Stockholm stormed the Swedish Embassy. Billström has strongly condemned the attack. The situation still remains tense as Iraqi authorities promise to prosecute those responsible for the attack. The question is how it all happened. The tension began with online videos surfacing showing protesters at the Swedish Embassy in Baghdad holding flags and signs displaying the image of Muqtada al-Sadr, a higher influential Iraqi Shiite cleric and political leader. This protest was in response to an impending Quran burning in Stockholm, Sweden, planned by an Iraqi asylum seeker. Notably, this individual had previously burned a copy of the Quran during a demonstration last month, triggering widespread condemnation in the Muslim world. To understand the gravity of the situation, we must acknowledge the significance of the Quran in the Muslim faith. The Quran is considered the holy book of Islam and is revered as the literal word of God as revealed to the Prophet Muhammad. Any act of desecration or disrespect towards the Quran is deeply offensive to Muslims worldwide, often sparking protests and demonstrations. The events unfolded as dozens of protesters forcibly entered the Swedish Embassy in Baghdad, crossing the diplomatic boundaries and breaching the compound's security. Videos captured the chaotic scene as some protesters tried to break down the front door while others set a small fire inside the embassy. Demonstrators were seen waving flags bearing the image of Muqtada al-Sadr, indicating his influence over the situation. Following the embassy storming, the Swedish Embassy announced an immediate closure to the visitors without specifying when it would reopen. The Iraqi Prime Minister Mohammad Shia al-Sudani convened a meeting with the security officials, promising to prosecute those responsible for the arson. The Prime Minister also referred negligent security officials for investigation, raising questions about the security measures in place at the embassy. Furthermore, the Iraqi government had previously informed its Swedish counterpart that they would cut off diplomatic relations if the Quran burning in Stockholm proceeded. The situation escalated as Iraq condemned the attack on the Swedish embassy, promising an urgent investigation to hold the perpetrators accountable under the law. The storming of a foreign embassy is a severe violation of the Vienna Convention, which mandates the protection of diplomatic missions and staff. The incident has strained diplomatic relations between Iraq and Sweden, with the Swedish Foreign Ministry condemning the attack and holding Iraqi authorities responsible for reaching implications not only for Iraq-Sweden relations, but also for the broader geopolitical landscape in the Middle East. It highlights the deep-rooted religious sentiments associated with the Quran and underscores the sensitivity surrounding issues related to faith in the region. As the situation continues to develop, the storming of the Swedish embassy in Baghdad remains a subject of international concern. The burning of Quran in Stockholm and the subsequent protests have triggered a diplomatic furor, exposing the complexities of religious sensitivities and their impact on diplomatic relations.